What's up and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to clean your gas blowback pistols, and later on in the video I'll also show you how to clean your gas blowback rifles. So to start off, of course, you want to eject your mag if it's still in there, set that to the side. Then you're going to want to take off your slide. It comes off very simply. On this particular pistol, there's just these clips here and they pull down and takes your slide off. Okay, to start off, you're going to want to get a really nice deep clean on your lower slide. Now, I clean my pistol, I clean my stuff after every use, but you could probably get away with cleaning it, once a month. Probably fine. Depending on how heavy you use it, you could probably get away with cleaning it once a month or every couple of weeks. But crucial places to clean would be right in here where the slide goes. That's where a lot of your friction is going to happen, and so anything in there that's not part of the gun, any debris or metal or dirt or anything, is going to cause problems on your slide. It could jam it, so get those really nice and clean. But pretty much just, I usually come in with a rag, any kind of rag works. Make sure it's not something really, tough, it's gotta have kind of a soft material. And I usually come in with a big rag and just get the bulk of everything off, And then I'll come in with some Q-tips and just get the smaller, hard to reach places. The nice thing about Q-tips is they're white, so you can see if your Q-tip comes back after scrubbing it. If it comes back black, that's not good. Mine's not going to do it because I clean it so often. So maybe when I clean the upper slide you'll get a better look at what I mean. But yeah, just get really nice in there. Get all the hard to reach places. Anything that moves is a good rule of thumb when cleaning any gas blowback. Anything that's going to move or that's going to be part of shooting or the slide, definitely clean the heck out of that, because that's what needs to be cleaned the most. That's why you really don't need to clean your gas blowback, your non-gas blowback pistols, because they don't really have a whole lot of moving parts. But you do want to keep them lubed, and I will show you guys how to lube up your gun after cleaning it as well. But once you think you've got your lower slide pretty much good and cleaned, go ahead and set that to the side. Now we're going to clean the slide itself, and you're going to have to disassemble the slide. And to do that, all you're going to need to do is take off the spring guide and set that off to the side, and then you're going to need to take off your barrel. So just push it down and then kind of pull it up at an angle, and it should just slide out just like that. Okay, you can go ahead and set both those things to the side, and now just the same deal. Take your thing and just scrub it. Again, crucial things to notice: the slide is going to go right there on this particular pistol, so definitely want to clean in there. Get in there with some Q-tips. Just get in there really nicely. See what I mean? It's coming back black, and you don't want black on your Q-tip. Also, when your Q-tip kind of gets a little messed up like that, you'll start getting the Q-tip fibers in your gun, and you don't really want that. I mean, it's not really that bad, but you really don't want it. So I usually change out. See, look, black, white, black. Don't want the black. That's really bad. I'm just cleaning right now. I'm cleaning this part of the gun, this little the chamber, if you will. Just kind of cleaning it really nice. Again, getting deep in the slide where the slide's going to go, because that's the most crucial part. Getting really deep in there. Oops, sorry. Really just clean the heck out of it. Usually it takes me about 15 minutes to clean my pistol. But that's only because I clean it after every use, so there's not a whole lot of heavy dirt and grime in there. So if you clean it once a month, might take a little bit longer, but you know, not really all that bad. Just kind of, I'm just trying to stay on top of it. Is really all I can say. Okay, once you think you've got your slide good and cleaned up, then you're going to want to set that to the side, and now we can just clean the barrel. And I just usually take my rag and just clean off the outer part really nicely. Get in any cracks and crevices that you can. Also on ACPs, the hop up is right there, and on a lot of pistols the hop up is going to be right there, so when you're cleaning that, just be careful not to mess it up if you have it set to a position you like. Then again, it's not very hard to adjust it, so I usually don't even worry about it. Okay, and again, just go ahead and take a Q-tip and get nice in there in the sections you couldn't get with the rag, and just kind of get inside there a little bit. Okay, now cleaning your barrel. For a pistol, because the barrel is so small, I usually just take a Q-tip and just plug it in there. Kind of spin it around a little bit. And then get it in there, spin it around a little bit, and just kind of get it nice and clean. Clean the outer part a little bit. And then, once you've got that good and situated, then you can go ahead and put it back in. Then you can go ahead and put your barrel back into your gun. Just go ahead and dig it, slide it in, same way you took it out. Push it back so it locks in. Take your spring guide. Don't really need to clean the spring guide very much. I do occasionally, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You just kind of rub it down. But once everything is back on, then you can go ahead and take it and set it to the side. Now we're going to lube up the gun. And for lubing, I use Pelgan oil. It's made by Crossman. Laugh at me if you will, but it was cheap. Anyways, I found that it kind of really doesn't matter what lube you use on guns, but then again, I haven't had very many gas blowbacks, so I would read your manual. Figure out if there's any stipulations with your gun in terms of lube. I know that gas blowback KWAs use a special lube. You have to use the lube that their gun comes with. It's because it's a different compound, and it's just a different lube that's made specifically for those guns. But anyways, I usually take my silicone oil spray, and I'm going to spray it. I'm going to spray it right in here on this dealie. Okay, right in there. See, you can see where it goes in. Just spray it nice in there. Get a nice spray in there, because this is the most crucial part. There's little bearings in there, and if dirt or grime or debris gets in there, it'll just destroy those bearings, and then you'll have a very common problem on the ACPs where your slide will jam and it won't go all the way forward. It'll just jam in the middle, and that's because of this. If you keep it lubed, if you keep it sprayed with silicone oil, that should help to make it last a little bit longer. But anyways, spray that in there, and then I usually spray my trigger area with silicone oil. Just kind of keep it nice and keep it from drying out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and spray. I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little bit of silicone oil in this tube, just right in there in the chamber. Kind of keep that all nice and lubed up. I spray a little bit on the hop-up unit, and then for the actual lube, go ahead and take your lube, and I do just 4 dots of lube, just a dot here, a dot here, and then same thing on the other side, dot here, a dot there. Okay, and that's really all you need. That's it. That's all the lube you need. Lube doesn't really help with. The only thing lube does is make it slide nicely. You know, it makes it slide more freely. After that, you can go ahead and put your thing back on. You're gonna want to slide it a couple times, and there, you should be good. Now for your pistol, there's a lot of seals in your pistol. I think there's in the pistol mags. There's a seal up here. There's a seal on your. There's 2 seals on your cap. There's just a lot of seals on them, especially with CO2. This is a CO2 mag, so for green gas mags, all you really need to do is just after you use it, put about a second of green gas in the mag, and then that should be fine. And then kind of shake it a little bit, and then maybe spray a little bit of silicone oil on there, and you should be fine. It shouldn't. That should keep those O-rings from cracking, drying out, and cracking. But on CO2, you don't have that option. So I usually just take the silicone oil, and again, spray it in there. Spray it all around. Okay, and then I spray some up here. And be sure to give this hammer a little, push the hammer in a couple times to kind of spread it out. Get the lube in there. And there, you're good to go. And do that for every mag you have. And then you're good to go.